All right. So welcome to the Authentic Kings podcast. And on this episode, I'm going to be doing a little bit less reacting and more talking. So I know the world is probably wondering what the heck is Kendrick Lamar is going to do? What's his next move? Personally, I'm thinking the same thing. Drake set the world on fire. He already did drop and Give Me 50. I actually haven't heard that one yet, so let me know if y'all want me to check that out on the channel, because I feel like I'm kind of getting inside of this, I guess, debacle a little bit late. But I'm definitely going to probably go back and check that out. But he just dropped Taylor Made on Friday, and that is the day that we all thought that Kendrick Lamar was going to drop something. Of course, we hope that he'll drop something, but of course with him, it's like you kind of got to leverage you ahead. Everybody's kind of coming at you. You kind of set the tone, and now people's kind of being reactive. And now it's kind of to the point to where like what's going to happen next? What is Kendrick going to do? Is he going to respond fast? Is he going to wait it out? Personally, this is what I think he should do. This is a strategy. He has all the leverage here. Of course, Drake did drop a nuclear bomb. He used AI Tupac, AI Snoop Dogg, or allegedly AI. But he don't really need to be in a rush. Of course, like today's Sunday, I don't think he's going to drop anything Sunday. Monday through Thursday, I highly doubt something's going to happen. I think he's probably going to wait it out, hopefully drop something Friday, but he don't have any reason to rush. Now, if Drake drops 3 songs, all right? If he gets tired of waiting and he come with like a 3rd song and Kendrick don't say anything, at that point, his hand's going to be forced. But I think if Drake kind of stays quiet and keep things on the hush, I think that Kendrick Lamar is going to be all right. And kind of talking about Drake a little bit with the Taylor Made Freestyle, I kind of like what he did there, man. He had more like a B Rabbit from 8 Mile approach. So like everything that, and like I said in the last video, I'm going to go ahead and put it at the top right, but I think Drake is learning every single diss that he's kind of going through, or battle or rap battle, whatever that he's going through, he's actually progressively getting better. With Meek Mill, of course, he won that one, and he beat him with the same tactic that he's using with Kendrick Lamar, and that's just drop it back to back. Just overload him with songs. I'm gonna drop more than you. I'm just gonna outdrop you, which Drake has the capability to do. Pusha T, I think that was an L, and I think Drake still kind of, have a little bit of feelings toward that loss, but story of Adidon kind of forced Drake's hand to where he had to, show the world his son, Adonis, so I think he learned from that, but he ain't never ran to somebody like Kendrick. Kendrick is totally different. And now, even though he had a B-Rabbit approach, I think Kendrick Lamar, just with his lyrical wordplay, I think he's going to figure out a way to be surgical with it to where he could really put a dent in Drake's identity and Drake's career, man. And honestly, I think with this diss, it's definitely going to determine 100% who's going to be the top dog, who's going to be number one. J. Cole, he kind of had to bow out because, he kind of solidified himself. I'll say, let me know in the comments, do y'all even put J. Cole number 3? I know for me, it's rather difficult. He's still very talented. He's still, as far as like the lyrics goes and the artistry, I think J. Cole is still to be respected. He's still one of my favorite rappers of all time, but I can't put him, I don't know, I'm gonna put him 3. So let's just say 1 and 2, the winner of this rap battle, they're gonna be the king of hip hop. Kendrick is built for this. All right. Now, the only thing that kind of rubs me a little bit weird, of course, like I said, allegedly Snoop Dogg was on the track, but I watched this little clip because Snoop Dogg, he found out they woke him up out of sleep from the looks of it, blowing his phone up like, man, like Snoop, like what's going on? Why are you on the song with Drake? And I'm gonna go ahead and roll that clip, but it was one thing I kind of seen that's a little odd. And I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in comments, but let's go ahead and roll to it. All right, so here goes the clip. Let's see what Uncle Snoop got to say.
They did what? When? How? Are you sure?
Look what he did here. Look at this. Check this out. Why show off the Death Row logo? I assume that's Death Row. Looks like, yeah, Death Row. What's going on here? Let's go ahead and get back to the clip. We're going to let it roll all the way.
Y'all have a good night. And to all. Why off? Everybody calling my phone, blowing me up. What the fuck? What happened? What's going on? I'm going back to bed. Good night.
I don't know what y'all think about that, man. I mean, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd, man. Like, why is he showing the Death Row logo? And I know some people are saying that technically Drake has some type of ties to Death Row. Something about like ownership or stock or having a certain percentage of Death Row. I don't know how true that is. What is, I don't know. I didn't do my research prior to this video. All right, so I'm sorry to stop this video. I've done a little bit of research after I said I'm not necessarily prepared. So come to find out, of course, Snoop Dogg is the owner of Death Row Records. I did some research, and Death Row Records is under Gamma Media Company. Gamma Media Company is owned by Larry Jackson, which also works with Apple. And Gamma actually have quite a few stars underneath the umbrella. Of course, you got Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Usher, Sexy Red, French Montana, D Smoke, and 4 Bats. So for those of y'all that don't know this already, Rick Ross is beefing with Drake. Maybe that's why Snoop Dogg was showing the Death Row symbol on his sweater. Maybe he just saying, hey, I'm riding with Rick Ross because we both under the same umbrella. But of course, kind of going down the rabbit hole, I found this little clip from Joe Budden, and I found it on Twitter, and I think it's actually interesting to note this. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the segment. But I did kind of find that kind of odd. He said, hey man, like what's going on? Is that true? And you pan to the logo. And allegedly, and this is what I've been hearing, I don't know the rules about AI, artificial intelligence and all that stuff, but people are saying that, because Snoop Dogg, he is majority owner of Death Row. So a lot of people saying that Snoop had to give Drake the rights to use Tupac's voice. Tupac, Snoop, what were they a part of? Death Row. So not trying to make too many connections here, but I do kind of find that odd. And of course, we'll never know, if that's true or not. So I kind of found that kind of funny. But as far as Kendrick Lamar, this is about Kendrick. When do I think he'll drop? I hope that he drops next Friday, honestly. But Drake, knowing him, and he's getting a lot of traction through the weekend, right? A lot of people talking about the song that he just dropped, Taylor Made. A lot of people talking about the AI, artificial intelligence. People think that is corny. I personally think it was a clever play. But as far as Kendrick Lamar goes, what does he have to do in order to, I guess, one up Drake in this sense? I don't know what he's going to do. Some people have been saying like, hey, you got to have Pusha T on the track. I think it's going to be legendary if he actually gets real deal Snoop Dogg on the track. I think Snoop Dogg going to kind of stay out of it, because Snoop ain't really, in that no more as far as like the back and forths and all that stuff. But I think that'd be kind of clever if he actually gets Snoop on the track, like real life Snoop Dogg. Just kind of giving him like, hey, nephew, you my number one on the West, savior of the West, whatever. I don't know. It'll be kind of cool if like Snoop just has a cameo or whatever. But I think Kendrick he's going to have to drop soon. Whether it's a project. He's been quiet. I mean, his social media is clear. You don't see anything from him. He hasn't been talking. And that's just what he do. But he has all the leverage here. Drake showed his hand. And let's just say Kendrick responds. I know Drake gonna respond, and then Kendrick gotta kind of like have 2 songs. One that's just like preparing for the massacre, then the last song just to massacre everything, just to end everything. So that's just my little take on this. Of course, it was kind of funny. You know, he threw Taylor Swift inside the mix. Taylor Swift is a goon. You do not want to drop when she dropped because you already know she's going to be number one off the rip automatically. The type of support that she has. Is she the greatest artist in music history? Let me know. Let me know. I got Mike, I got Mike Jackson, of course, but hey, that's just me. But anyway, check out one of these other videos. I appreciate the love and support we've been getting on this channel. Like I said, we've been stagnant for a while, but hey, we back. We dropping. Video's gonna be dropping. So anyway, appreciate the love. Peace.